thank you for welcoming me into your home, big Aunty Shaba. We are going to spend a few minutes talking about your time here in East London, however many years ago that was. You're a health worker. We won't spend too much time talking about the details of that, but it'll be interesting to get your perspective on how East London has changed over time. And as I described, the motivation is just to capture and record the lives of family, friends, people across East London. So thank you so much for indulging me and talking to me. Perhaps, the first question I'll ask is, when did you come to East London?
When I came to East London, let me start from the genesis of coming into this country. Might start from there. Because I came to this country over 20 something years, all the way from the Caribbean, and came in to take a job. So I landed into working in Surrey, and I was doing, my background is nursing anyway. I was doing I was a nurse in the home. And I told myself, when I told people in Jamaica that I was coming to the UK, I didn't say I was going to go to the village. So I wanted to come to the heart of the country. So within 6 months, I got another job into this country, and I was in Southeast. I stayed there with somebody very close, my senior. And from there, I got a job into East London, still as a nurse in the nursing home. And that's how I got to stabilize myself in East London. Oh, I came from Jamaica as, I would say, as looking for a green pasture. Because when I was in Jamaica, I actually went there as a voluntary agent sent by the Nigerian government.
So
from Nigeria to Jamaica.
Can we go back further then, actually?
Okay.
So from Nigeria to Jamaica,
Yeah.
Why? What voluntary?
Okay. There was this technical aid corps. So I applied, and amazingly, I was selected. I was posted to Jamaica as a nurse. I stayed there and I worked there for 2 years. Now, at the end of my journey there, when I completed the service, I invited my family, them. And they joined me. I took a job for another 2 years. And after that, if I tell you what I was earning then was about £100. And
which was not a lot, quite good.
No.
Not good.
In Jamaican dollars.
Okay, yeah.
And there we had to pay for our accommodation and all the rest. I don't it's a lot. So good enough, there's this man, just like a father to us. You know how Brother Adu is to us. So he was just like Bramusa. He was the one. He came here prior to my coming. He came. He wasn't a technical aid corps. He was, on his own. So when he came, he saw how this country was. He now sent to me. He called to say, "Sister, would you like to come here?" To be candid, when he even called, I didn't pick the phone. Not until, because I was still enjoying the ward I was, because when I was doing the technical aid corps, I was on the ward, and when I finished, they put me back. I applied and they put me into a very comfortable ward. Let me just put it that way. And from there, you do little job, you earn more money. So I was earning more than every other person. So I felt comfortable. Even that money that I was said is still a meager amount. So the people there, they weren't happy because I was taking a lot over what they were taking. They now, gang up, and they removed me from that ward, put me in a place where I was earning, I started earning 1/4 of what. So wow. I said, this is time to go. I went to retrieve the telephone that this brother sent, and I said, I wanted. Good enough. he gave me the lady who owned a home, and I applied. I just called the woman, Mrs. Aliba, and I told her myself, everything about myself. She said, "Oh no, Grace, send me your CV. I'll give you a job straight away." And I sent my CV. I think that was in October or so, or November. And anyway, within a short while, I got my job. I got my, work permit, and I came in.
So
I came into working.
Nigeria, Jamaica,
Yeah.
working,
Yeah.
East London. That's an interesting journey. If I can go back to just Nigeria a bit for just 1 minute, because I wasn't aware of those, or as aware as I maybe could be, of the Nigeria-Jamaica relationship. Can you just describe from country to country?
Okay. It's like technical aid corps sending Nigerians to places that are poor, that are not, economically stable or whatever, just to assist. So we were sent there to assist them. Third one. So you go there. They were paying us. Actually, I think they were giving us some money, and in dollars, in Nigerian dollar, in American dollars. So you work there for 2 years, and then they asked you to go back to home. To go back home, I did not go back home. I got a job here, because while you are in Jamaica as a nurse, you are automatically accepted by the Nursing and Midwifery Council of
the NMC in the UK.
Yeah, because especially because I worked in one of the best hospital, University Hospital of the West Indies, and they have everything. So for that reason, I could just automatically come here without this thing, trying to register with the NMC.
Yeah, and I think that equivalency still exists, where the NMC still recognises the nursing qualifications of graduates and people graduating from nursing in Jamaica.
I'm not very sure.
No,
but it should be.
Yeah.
Because while I was there, I was registered as a nurse, as a midwife.
Okay, so working now to East London, Canning Town, where we've known each other for all of my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, how has the area changed for you? Maybe explain how you've settled into this house.
Well, when I eventually settled, when I came into East London, I'm glad you are the one making this. When I first came to East London, I was living in this present Mommy Kumuyi's house. And when I got there, she was very helpful. Your mother played a very, very significant role in my family. Sister Bome Adeyemi. Now, so when I came and I settled, of course, my family had to come and join me. So Tunde and the dad, they had to come. She was the one who advised me. She said I should go to Stratford. She described the place, to go and ask what is required for Tunde to be able to start his education here. That in this country,
to the council, Stratford Council.
They don't joke with it. So I went and did what they did. Good enough. When I got there, they said, as the boy is coming into this country, straight I should come and do whatever, which I did. And by the grace of God, they came and we all settled in that Mommy Kume's house. So another significant role she played was, we wanted a school for him, for your friend. He was the one. He took me to
Bonaventures, yeah.
That's where she wanted me to be. We applied. She did everything. Your mom. She did everything. But unfortunately, they said it has to be locally...
catchment area.
Yeah.
So,
you know what she did, your mom? She appealed. She was my mouthpiece. We went there because I was still very new. I can't forget Sister Bumi. That's why I said, it's good you're the one asking me.
I'm not aware of this, and it's good that we capture these stories and we understand
she
these
appealed.
things.
She wasn't happy. So, but eventually she said, no, no problem. Then we got that school, Rokeby West, and thank God at least it's achieved today. So that has been my stay around that area. Come to the locality, I would say it's like then Newham didn't have much good name. People felt that it's dirty, it's not achieving the quality, and so on and so forth. And but I would say now things are changing, because I remember when eventually I settled here, I was working in where was I? Yeah, in one of the locality community health centers, and we went for a meeting somewhere, and the aspiration was that we want Newham to be like other boroughs in the UK by year 2020. 2020 is come and gone now.
And do you think it's achieved it? I mean,
to some extent, I would say they've achieved. There are some things that they've come up with now, like the hospital, Newham. They've upgraded it, because then it was in a mess. And maybe some of their services then that have come up, they have achieved.
Yeah.
And buildings, every now and then they are building. And for the mere fact that I am a head visitor, I go into their homes, and what I see, you will know they are doing well.
Let's start from when Tunde went into school. Okay, so in Rokeby now, and you are now established. Was there any thoughts of moving out of East London?
For me?
Yeah.
There was a time I actually wanted to move for some reasons, but the urge didn't stay long on me. I didn't, because I don't feel bad living here. I have my comfort, even when I wanted to buy, I thought of buying another this thing, but I just felt I don't have to move. One, I have my church is around me. This place is very accessible for me, transport wise or whichever, and economically and all those things. I felt Newham is not bad for me. Yeah, it's good for me if I could move out to explore and this, but start moving here and there, I didn't consider it necessary for me.
And you mentioned the church being an important part of your life,
yeah,
accessible
is,
as well. So
it is.
We grew up in the same church for many years.
It is.
If you could talk about that being an important part of the community.
Okay, it is. And let me say something. I remember when I bought this house, my solicitor, he said something. He said, "Oh, Mrs. Shaba, this place is very good because you have all the infrastructures that you need. Even you want to go to the train station, you have
Canning Town Station.
You have Plaistow, Stratford.
Stratford.
So it's just
you're in a very good spot.
Yes,
yeah.
It's within. It's just, and look at Upton Park. I can go there, do my shopping. Like I was telling my colleague, because of my pressure of work now, for over 6, 7, 8 months, I've not been able to go to the market to do my shopping. But when I go to work, when I come in, I see what I need and I get it. So that is for this thing. Then come to the church. The church has been a supportive entity for me, and I enjoyed it. I don't want to move away. When I first came, I was in the branch of Chidozie. What is that place called now? That's Pastor Chidoze's church. I shouldn't forget.
Whitechapel?
No, Southeast. Why should I forget? This is our church.
Elephant Borough?
No, the other church. Not Borough, the other one.
I'm drawing a blank.
Why am I forgetting this now?
It's not Peckham.
Dulwich.
Dulwich. Dulwich. Yeah.
So I used to travel all the way from.
That's far.
Walking. No.
Oh,
from
walking.
from walking.
Okay.
If I was on night duty, I would have prepared and I'll just come in my uniform with winter coat and I'll go in the church in Dulwich. So, but when I got the job here, I was still going from here to Dulwich because I enjoyed the place.
Yeah.
So not until after some time, and I would go on the bus anyway for about 2 hours. So later I just stopped. But I enjoyed it. I have friends. That's how I got to know your mom, Sister Kumi. Then she introduced me. She said, "Oh," what she told me about her, I got it like that because she said, "Oh, she's very good. She's very supportive," and did it. So she, when she liaised, and I got her very, very supportive. Everybody in the church, they were supportive. And, I'm a children I'm a children teacher in the church. And it's good to see to see all my children. They are becoming big. You all are married.
Yeah.
And you are all friendly, It's good to have all of you around. I can call anyone, do this, do that, was it Kenneth? All them.
Yeah. How was I in Sunday school? Was I good? Was I attentive? Was I... Be honest.
Every one of you. Did I even teach you in children class? Were you youth then? That was about 2000. I can't remember, but you haven't been bad. You have always been, yeah. You have always outright. You are not talkative, that much I know, but it's not that you are simple.
Thank you. And we were talking earlier about all of us who have grown up now. Some of us have moved slightly out. Some of us are still here in East London.
Yeah.
That sense of keeping in touch.
You all have it.
Yes.
That's one thing. All of you who have moved out, I know you are all within reach, even within my reach. I mentioned you. I mentioned Biyi. Biyi. I mentioned Busayo is right there. I mentioned Nelson. We are still in the same church. I mentioned Jude. I've not seen Jude for a while now, but he has always been in touch. All of you there. And I remember that sense of belonging to all of you. I was telling you there was a day, it was my birthday. And most of the Sundays, it's just like a home for every one of you.
You would always come here, chill out.
After Sunday, after church, nobody asked me. They just go into the kitchen. So it was a norm for me. Before going to the church, I must make sure I have cooked enough. And I
appreciate that.
So when you come, all of you, next thing, Mommy, then I'll grill my fish, my chicken, my turkey in the oven. Mommy, everybody go there. And so there was that fateful day. I was lying on the sofa on Sunday. It was my birthday. And the door opened. I saw about almost 10 of you. You just lined up. Happy birthday to you. With a card, with money. I think about 100 and something pounds.
We all chipped in what little we had. I said we all chipped in what little we had. Yeah.
And I was almost shedding tears. And that's why I can't forget any one of you. When Today was getting married, look at... I don't want to... It's marvelous. So that sense of belonging to the youth, and I think many people know that I'm into the youth.
You've been teaching, you've been engaging them for
all of them,
a long
I see
time.
them, you know, they graduate, they go, and they come back loving me, and I'm so grateful. I'm very, very grateful. And not only that, every one of you have achieved. Everyone has achieved. Name it. And that's God. Why I tell this one there now. I tell them, I say, you will be a pharmacist, you will be a doctor, you will be... I want to see them up there.
Yeah. If I can touch a little bit on those, because you're in the area, you see other people who may not go to our church, who may not be achieving as well as they could do. Just your thoughts and reflections on those people.
Yeah, it's a good question. Very good question. I don't know if you want to include this. You see, like I said, whether you're in the church or not, I always take interest in the youths. Even back home, I think I'm known about that side. If I had to go, I'll cook, all of them come, they see me as, big auntie, big mommy. So there are, especially in this area. There are some, I won't want to mention the country they came from. I see them going up like that. If we're coming from work or there at that junction, I'll see about 6, 7, 8 of them. They will be drinking, they will be smoking, even one of them and the dad among them. I will stop, I'll say, hello, I'll stand in their midst, say, hello, how are you, my children? They say, hello, auntie. I say, what are you doing? You came here for a purpose. I say, you can achieve. I will talk. Tomorrow, the same thing. At another time, they'll say, Mama, yeah, they call me, Mama, are you not going to give up? I say, I'm not giving up. So I will talk to them. I will talk about Christ. I will talk about salvation. They will take it as a joke. One day, Sister Fatima Ofule, okay, we went out for evangelism together. We saw them. We held their hands. We talked and we prayed. One of them, I don't want to mention, he was coming to say, Mama, what you told me, I'm going to act on it. And his name is Luke. So, the next time I will see him, he came to tell me that he's married. He was married. Got married, had about 2 children. I still see him maybe the last 3-4 years now. He's achieved. He left that gang. And do you know what? Sad enough, one of them is now. It's still there. If I go out now, I will meet him. Then, and I still say, I call his name, I say, what do you think you are doing to yourself? What do you think you are doing to yourself? You allow this community to go into your listening. Most of them, they don't gather so much there now, because where they gather, somebody had put a barricade where they used to sit. But, occasionally you see them, but these two, one has achieved, one has become, don't name it.
Yeah, no, it's sad, and where possible, you would expect, government or people with the ability to put up those barricades, physical and non-physical things to deter people from, that kind of lifestyle, and also to facilitate what you mentioned. So I know it's a kind of policing tactic to, put social pressure on people not to join that kind of lifestyle. So maybe it's something, authorities or people could be looking more into to encourage people around the area to take pride in where they are and to deter, young people like that from.
Yeah, and to buttress what you are about or what you said, each time I sit down and I meditate on it, I remember one of them, one day I was coming and said, Mama, you are talking to us. We are hungry. I said, you are hungry. Come, one of you should come. I came, I gave rice, sent to them. Well, what I'm saying is, this country, like that, when they are passing by and they see, but not boys. I'm talking of men. Men, not boys. You're talking of, like I said, the one that is listening now is the son was among them. What are they doing? people can achieve. Is there anything that the community can do? I don't want to use the word raid, or to get them, like when you see them going here and there now, and is there someone who can speak to them? I was talking to them on the basis of Christ, and also for them to achieve. I made them say, you didn't leave Africa to come and be a non-entity here. And do you know what? There are opportunities. There are quite a lot of opportunities for whosoever wants to aspire in life. There are. One of them had a shop. They will now go there and sit down there. You know, that one at least is making his money. Okay. Not only that, there are quite a lot of opportunities. You can learn how to do barbing. You know how much it costs. Just look at the Asians. Before you know it, they rent a shop. They start with little fruits, vegetable, and when within this, they go up, they will sell it. Go another place. I have them to. But do our people do it? Because I don't think I've seen a Nigerian who. Do you often see them?
Not many. And I wonder, within a lot of conversations, do you know, both within ourselves, locally, nationally, do you think there is enough focus on black men and their role in multicultural Britain, in society? Or it's almost like, you know, amongst other groups we're trying to encourage and sort out?
No, I don't think so. I can't see. And I am reflecting now. In the community here, I see that I've seen most of the blacks getting it there. At least while I'm talking now, I can think of 1, 2, 3, about 4 that I can readily remember, and they're all blacks. That's maybe they drink, plus this one will be about 5 or 6. I don't think there's a focus because I hardly see a white man. I'm not saying there's none, but the ratio will be maybe 1 to 6, 7 within this community, because I've been here a long time. Then, like I said, what I remember again, when I first came, you see this road. You see them in the night. They will go and be tampering with cars. There was a night I just saw them. They were arguing there. They were almost going to kill themselves. I opened my window. I just picked my phone. I wanted to call the police. As if they knew. They just walked away. So there's no focus. I don't think there's a focus.
And do you think, because sometimes people can be uncomfortable talking about specific groups of people, right? To say, oh, white men, black men, Asian this, Asian that, in those upper circles. Do you think now is the time to try and talk about it like that, or it might be unhelpful? Or
you mean for the? I think to start with, they say charity begins at home. You are what your parents make you. Your mom, I can tell you, your mom is a very industrious, hardworking. I know your mom will do anything for your education. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go into that. You know what I mean. So, I think that should start from home. I could do anything for my sibling, my one as well. So, I think it all bounds to family life. Whatever you want to achieve, let your children be your priority. I remember, before you said this, just let me see it and know which one. You know, as a nurse, when I came, if you come to this country and you don't know what you want, the job will take you far, far away from your family. So when I came, I was working, I would do night duty, I would do, from there, I moved to another place, from there, on the road, one beautiful day, I was going to go out of this house. And I called my son. I said, hello, I'm going to work now. He said, are you going to do a long day again? Then I stood here and I wept. And that was the end of my long shifts today. Which means something has been going round in his mind. Is this woman not sitting at home? I can't even talk to my mom. I can't. Does it make sense?
It makes sense. And
I was
again, yeah. I'm just thinking about those. So there are many people like you who could make that change.
I did.
And you did.
Instantly.
If I'm being really honest, my heart is just thinking about those parents who can't. Those maybe even single parents who still have to, just because money and the reality, have to do, those 2 jobs, 3 jobs, or don't have the faith, the conviction, the ability, whatever it is, to be able to stop what they need to do. And so there you would hope that there is, the social safety net of institutions around them to support those kids or to help. It's a big philosophical question to answer because there is some responsibility on parents, but there's also expectations that other people in society, government might help.
Yeah, and to add to that, like I said, that I made that decision. Those men I used to see, I don't know their background. I don't know if they're, but I know one of them, the one I told you that had this. One day I met the woman.
His mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be about 3-4 months ago. And I said, is this your mom? He said, yes. I said, mommy? Then we're talking. I was trying to talk to him. He was saying, I've done this, and this. And I didn't know what to tell. I spoke and spoke. I said to her, I'm going to take your number and we'll talk. But I'm not seeing her anymore. Now, the deed is done now. In Nigeria, they said you cannot bend what is it? A dry fish. If you try to bend it, it breaks.
Sort of stiff.
It breaks.
Yeah.
It breaks.
It's a deep proverb.
Yeah. But when it is still fresh, you know how we look at fish, you bend it and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But when it is dry, so already they are dried. Even if I know their background, are you going to tell a 41-year-old, 50-year-old that change? It's hard. Habit is very, very easy to cultivate, but it's hard to break. But why I'm happy at this is people can sit down and think, especially those of us who are, the money is there, the pound sterling, and it's quite deceiving. It's quite deceiving. If you cannot leave Saturday, Sunday for you to, relate with your children, even if it's a day or you take one day, go out, talk to them. Sister in my church will say, be your children's best friend. And you know what I'm saying. Sit them down, talk, chat. I used to be very, very strict as a mother. But I got to a stage, I want to be led by it. And it helped me. So, but what are our mothers? How can we get them to educate them, especially those that are just coming up? Our own era now, don't you think, is gone? Because the children are gone, they have achieved It's you now. You, and I know your own circle now. You all know what you are doing. You don't joke with your family. You don't joke with your money. You don't joke with your job. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes the... But those that I don't know where they are, you understand? I don't know where we can get them if they are still doing it. If they are still doing it, because you still find some people who will work 40 hours. And
it's tough. It's tough. I feel lucky in some respects because
yeah, blessed.
yeah, blessed. And I know when there was a time my parents were working, 40 hours, day job, and then a night job cleaning, and they couldn't always take us, etc. And even sometimes when the electricity ran out with the key meter, we would have to, we wouldn't want to stay at home in the dark, and the street lights were on outside, so sometimes we would be outside. But yeah,
They had time for you still.
They had time for us.
That's it.
Yeah, and I just can't escape the feeling that I was blessed, lucky, but there are some that aren't as blessed or lucky, and how do we try and help them? It's a tough question.
Yeah, it's a tough question. How can we... Why are they not? Before you can solve a problem, what do? You look for the cause. You understand?
Yeah.
You look for the cause. You are in this country, yes. Our fingers are not equal. Why are they not blessed? Well, you're not going to blame anybody that, why did you get up to just come in? No, you're not going to do that, because everybody is looking for a greener pasture. Having said that, when you come, people who are here, you want to bring your children. I think we should sit down. Even the Bible says, before you build a house, you have to sit down and count what you have and see, so that you don't get to a stage that you cannot continue. That's practical. Now, why are they not blessed? Some of them, when they come to this country, maybe the way they came, I can't ask everybody to come the way I came. Maybe when they came, I think you should make sure you have a stability before you start inviting children. I might be wrong, but if I come to this country and I don't have a job, I don't have a home, I'm still going about it, then I'm still asking my child or my boy to come when I haven't been able to stabilize myself. Okay, so the two of us will be running helter-skelter. If you are able to settle yourself in a little bit of way, so that you won't run into a situation where children, you have to pay bill, you have to pay rent, you have to do this. Of course, you have to work to fetch for the two of you or the three of you. That's what I think. So in order to be blessed, sit down and, or do you think I'm...
No. I get what you're saying, and
plan.
Yeah.
If you sit down and plan, especially those who don't have a professional jobs, you come here, you are still doing maybe some menial job. I think don't just bring every one of us to the same time. Plan it.
It's an interesting thought, and I have no idea whether the immigration, Home Office services offer anything like that, because that would be useful for people who want to make the UK their home. But yeah, some kind of planning thing to support them, so that they do it in a safe way.
In a safe
and this is different from asylum seekers who are fleeing, but for others who maybe economic migrants or other kind of people immigrating. Yeah, but yeah, that's really interesting thought. Really interesting.
I think it's about planning. Yes, I quite appreciate that where we are coming from, they are the one driving us out. They are the one driving us out. I told you I lived in Jamaica. They are the one. It's the country that is driving us out. Because we have quite a lot of opportunities in Nigeria, if made use of, that will not make us to be running after together.
That's a completely different conversation. But I understand. I've taken up a lot of your time. I can't think of any other questions I wanted to ask you.
Has it been helpful?
It's been very helpful. And like I said, I don't see any other places that these stories are being told. So I think it's important that we capture it. I mean, maybe just one thing. So, health visitor with the NHS. Anything that you feel comfortable saying on camera about your experiences over the years. Bearing in mind as well, I don't know if you remember, I mentioned I'm in the civil service, so I too can't be too publicly critical about things.
The only thing I have to say about head visiting is, naturally, I've always loved children. Naturally, I've always loved to work with children. And when I came into this country and I find this, I saw that this is the best for me. That's all I can say. And for the main fact that in the church, I work with children and the youth. And I love them, and it's so glaring that I love the children and I love the youth. And for me to go into this profession again where I work with children, I work with age 0, that's 28 weeks pregnancy, till a child is 5 years. I want to see children achieve. I want to be able to help them. I want them to be happy. And that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, and just to say, it's such a good job happening here in Newham, because for our 2 children, we had a health visitor come, give advice, and also just reassurance.
Let me even add something. And while doing this job, like we were talking of you people when you were youth, I found myself as being a head visitor to one of you. Did you hear about that?
I can't. Which one? Who?
Oh my God. Niyi.
And his daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a drama. I'm going to tell you. I was allocated to this family. You may not. So, usually I will call. Hello, and they pick the phone. It's usually the name of the mother, is the maternal surname that will be there, and I didn't. And I called, I said, you haven't heard of it?
No, I didn't know.
It was a drama.
Okay.
And then I called. Hello. I said, hello, my name is Grace, and I'm a so person. And
you're speaking to his wife?
To the wife.
Yeah.
Immediately she knew I was the one. Hello, my name is this, and I'm a health visitor, and I'm calling to congratulate you on the birth of your baby, and also to plan to come and see you. Say, all right. She went to call her husband. She went to call me, so both of them were there. Then I said, just to let you know that we do ask a lot of questions. And they say, okay, can I start? I say, yes. Could you tell me the name of the father? Oh my God! Oh my! He said, Niyi. I said, okay. What is the surname? I be that. Money, Niyi. Kí ló ṣe? You, mama. In the office, I was screaming. Oh my God. It was the greatest drama in my life. I said, what? And I said, give the phone to Niyi. Oh, yes, ma. Yeah. He said, yes, ma. Yes, ma. Money wo? Timba mwe. Yes, ma. I wish there was a...
That's funny. I didn't know that happened.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Oh, I'm the head visitor too. When it at the bad day, I would have gone there, but Mama Bidakun lost her sister again that day. That's why I didn't come. I said, it was I said, So eventually I planned. I went there to do my work. And I asked them, what do you want me to cook for you? And I cook again.
This is a special health visitor visit. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to who among you who that are in the locality again.
He's next. I don't think there'll be any more health visits for me, though.
You're joking.
No, I'm serious. Anyway, that's not the conversation.
You're joking. I've seen so many.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, big Auntie Grace, thank you so much for the time.
Nice. I hope it's relevant, and I hope my questions meet your answers.
You know, these are conversations, right? It's not the end. It's just the beginning. You need more conversations to understand how we can address some of the things you mentioned. But thank you very much.
Nice to be invited for that, to be asked to do this. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Thank you.